Hey, good morning. It looks like I'm vlogging today. This is what it feels like to be a YouTuber sometimes because honestly I don't want to record. I don't want to vlog today. But I was supposed to do it yesterday and I didn't. So here we are today. I was just feeling tired yesterday. I didn't get great sleep over the weekend. So yesterday, Monday, I was really tired. I was supposed to record this video, but I didn't. It's amazing that I even made it through the day yesterday. But I got a great night's sleep last night. Right now it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so I went to sleep early, I think around 11, woke up around 7, and here I am. I'm definitely feeling much better than I did yesterday. So I'm sure after talking to the camera for a couple of minutes, I'll get warmed up and I'll feel great. I hope you had a great weekend and your week is off to a great start. This video should be coming out later this week, but the subject of this video is advice that I would give myself when I was first getting into fitness, or advice that I would give someone else who's just getting into fitness. And I've got a lot to share on this topic, a lot of great value to share with you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy. I feel like I say this every time, but I may or may not put a workout in here. Today I'm training chest and back, and most likely I'm going to Alpha Land, so if I do, I'll bring the camera and I'll get some clips. Something I struggle with from time to time is getting up and actually doing something. After waking up, I did my morning routine and I was sitting in my office kind of procrastinating for a minute until I actually started to feel really nauseous and lethargic, and I knew that I needed to get up and do something, so I'm just taking a walk right now. But I already feel so much better. It's obvious. I mean, the things that you need to do to feel good, to be healthy, it's so obvious, but it's easier said than done sometimes. I posted on my story yesterday, and this is something that I was talking about, and maybe I can go a little bit deeper on now, is fitness is so simple. Fitness is really so simple, but it's made to be complicated by the internet and social media and pretty much the oversaturation of information on these platforms. It's funny, the internet was supposed to make fitness easier. Now it's more complicated, again, because of all of the information and misinformation that's available. I know it's really bright, I hope you can see me. But let's get into it, shall we? I know we have a great topic for this video, and I have a lot of value, a lot of tips to share regarding this. So I think what I'll do is I'll just sprinkle my tips, my advice throughout the video, especially if I'm gonna have some workout clips in here. These tips are in no particular order, okay? I'm just going to go through a few things that I think are important for somebody who's just getting into fitness, and things that I wish I knew a little bit sooner, and hopefully you can learn something new and get some value from this. Again, these are in no particular order, but the first thing that comes to mind is retract your scapula and learn about posture and the best posture for being in the gym and out of the gym. And I can only speak for myself, but I know that that information was revolutionary for me when I was training. I think I learned that maybe about 1 year into training. I was struggling a lot, especially with my chest development, any sort of pushing movement, and even outside of the gym too, my posture wasn't great until I learned about retracting your scapula, keeping your shoulders back, and all that good stuff. That made a big difference for me. I was finally able to activate my chest and activate the muscle that I was targeting, because that piece of advice, that tip, really goes all across the board. It's not just for training chest, it's pretty much for just about anything you're doing in the gym and out of the gym is probably maybe even more important. Your posture when you're sitting, when you're standing. People don't notice, but your shoulders are always forward because you're on some device, you're on your phone, you're sitting.
it's natural for our shoulders to roll forward. And if you look around in society, you'll notice that that's how most people move around. But when you actually bring your shoulders back, you don't have to exaggerate it. Maybe it'll help in the beginning, but if you learn to bring your shoulders back, stand up straight, sit up straight, it will translate to your training, it'll translate to your performance, and translate to your results. And you'll feel much better too. Maybe if your shoulder's hurting, if you tweak your shoulder easily, this is another benefit of improving your posture, is you will no longer feel things that you shouldn't be feeling, like shoulder pain when you're benching. Again, I think it took me about a year for me to learn that. And you know how they say in time, they say BC, like before Christ or whatever. I would categorize my lifting journey almost the same way, like BSR, the age before scapular retraction and then afterwards, because it really made that big of a difference in my journey. I distinctly remember that moment and how big of a difference it made moving forward after I learned that and after I started to implement it and really feel it. Don't ask me about my hair. It's looking great. Don't be lazy, y'all. Get up and walk. Do something active. Get active. It makes such a difference in your mood. I've been walking for 5-10 minutes. I feel 1,000,000 times better than I did when I was sitting in my office before I came out here. I was actually feeling terrible, and I was about to scrap this entire video for the day and just waste my time and not do anything. That's how I was starting to feel until I kicked myself to get up and do this, and now I feel alive. So if you're ever feeling down, or if you're ever feeling low energy, just go for a walk. Just step outside just for a minute. Just take a few deep breaths, go outside, take a walk. I promise you'll feel better. All right. I'm back from that walk. I've got, you already know, I've got coffee. I took a shower, cleaned up a little bit. Feeling great. Right now I'm wearing this Aesthetic Revolution zip-up hoodie, which you may have seen in the last video. I did a quick review on that, and a pair of shorts that I got. Both of these items are my first time trying Aesthetic Revolution. I haven't worn this hoodie to the gym yet, but I did wear the shorts, and I think the only complaint I had about them was that they're see-through, but I realized that it really doesn't make a difference, and overall, I'm happy with the shorts, and I'm really happy with this jacket. It's so cool, and I can't wait to wear it out. Really, I've just been wearing it in the house because it's so comfortable. I can put it on with anything. It's easy to put on, it's easy to take off, and I love it. But that's it. Check out my last video if you want a more in-depth review of my first order from Aesthetic Revolution and my first impressions. But back to the main topic of this video. I know I talked a little bit while I was walking regarding posture, scapular retraction, and overall we're talking about things I wish I knew when I first started training and things that I would tell somebody who is just getting into training. The first thing I talked about was posture, which is important. Now, I know I said that these tips are not necessarily in any order, but this next tip I'm about to give you might just be the most important. That tip is form matters way more than weight matters. And what I mean by that is the way you do an exercise is going to have a much greater impact on your results than how much weight you're doing with the exercise. Form is crucial. Of course, for not getting injured, that might be the most important reason, but for so many reasons beyond that, your body has no idea how much weight you're lifting. All your body knows is the pressure that you're putting it through. And I've said this before, you can put your body through plenty pressure without risking an injury with weight that you can't control. I will say this, I'm not saying to lift light all the time. You still have to challenge yourself. You have to choose a weight that challenges you. But what I am saying is you can challenge yourself without going overboard and again using weight that you can't control. If you can't control the weight, then you have no business using that weight. If you can control it, but it's a challenge, it's a difficulty, that's a different story. And I understand sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone and you have to push yourself, go the extra mile to really break past plateaus and really get to the next level sometimes. But for the most part, you can make 20 pounds feel like 100 pounds in a lot of different exercises. Your form needs to be on point. Your tempo needs to be on point. You can't let gravity do the work for you. You can pick up 100-pound dumbbells and bench them and just let gravity bring the weight down for you. Or you can control the weight. And when you get to that point, that's when you really start seeing some big breakthroughs in your progress. Keep that in mind. Form is greater than weight. I kind of just want to rapid fire a lot of the advice that I wanted to share with you now. In a little bit, I'll be going to the gym. Today I'm doing chest and back, and I'll get some clips for you, but for now, I want to share as much as I can. The next tip that I want to share with you is focus. When you're in the gym, you're in the gym for an hour to 2 hours max. At least most people are. So whatever you have to do to get into the zone for that hour or 2 hours that you're in the gym, do it. Okay? If you have to take some pre-workout, you want to have a coffee, if you have to slaughter a goat as a ritual, I don't know. Okay, that's none of my business. That's all you. But whatever you have to do to get yourself into the zone, do it, because you need to maximize the results from the time that you're spending in the gym. It hurts to see people in the gym and they're not making progress because they're not focused. You can tell when you look at somebody and they're all over the place or they're just going through the motions. That's the last thing you want to do. Look, if you're in the gym, that's already half the battle, is just getting yourself to the gym. That's what a lot of people struggle with. So if you're already there, why not go as hard as you can and make the most of it? I believe anything you do, you should do it all the way, or you shouldn't do it at all, including the gym. If you're in the gym, block out the distractions, put your headphones in. Again, whatever you have to do to get into the zone, do it, because it's worth it. I've been wearing this chain around my wrist lately, especially when I shower so it doesn't catch onto my hair, but I love it. I got it from Galveston. Everybody asks me about it. They probably think I'm gatekeeping too when they say, like, where'd you get that chain from? And I say, oh, I got it from this hole-in-the-wall place in Galveston. People probably think, oh, this dude's gatekeeping the chain. I promise I'm not. I got it from this place in Galveston, and I got a bracelet with it too. And yeah, it's a great spot. I'm not gatekeeping, guys, I promise. But it is a nice chain, and I appreciate it. All right. Next tip is going to be stretch and warm up. This is something that I see majority of people neglect, but again, just like everything else we're talking about here, it's crucial. And over time, it will make a big difference. It might not seem like it today, but over time, it will make a big difference. All it takes is 5 to 10 minutes to do some dynamic stretching, maybe some foam rolling, and a warm-up set or two. Is that really too much to ask for? It only takes a few minutes just to loosen up and get some blood flow going. Your body will thank you, and your performance will improve as well. You'll be able to lift heavier, you'll recover faster, and over time, that's going to lead to more progress, more results. Dude, I don't know how, like, I see it happen, but I don't know how somebody can just get to the gym, go straight to the bench press, put their bag on the floor, put 225 on the bar, and just start their workout. That that is beyond me, and I am scared for you if that is how you train, truly. Unless 225 is your warm-up set, in that case, I need you to train me. The next piece of advice I want to share with you is something that I want you to keep in mind throughout your entire fitness journey, and that is to have fun with it. In the beginning, you need a workout routine that's going to inspire you to get into the gym. Especially if you're new, you might not enjoy lifting, you might not enjoy cardio, and I understand, okay, it's pressure, it's pain that you're putting yourself through, but one way or another, try to have fun with it. Have a training routine that, even if it hurts in a good way. You know, something that you enjoy. If you don't like doing cardio on machines, don't do cardio on machines. Get outside, go for a jog, go play some soccer, go play some basketball, play sports, go for a walk. You don't have to be on the treadmill. You don't have to be on the Stairmaster. So that's just an example of what I mean by have fun with it. Have fun with your training. Because here's the thing, this journey is for life. Right now, you might be trying to gain 20 pounds of muscle. Right now, you might be trying to lose 20 pounds of fat. But what happens if, or I should say when, you achieve that? What happens then? Is it over? Are you going back to your old lifestyle? Are you going back to old bad habits after you achieve that goal? Because if so, you'll end up right back where you started, if not maybe in a worse position, unfortunately. So have fun with it and understand that this journey is for life. And in order to stick to this journey for the long run, even after you achieve your goal that you set out to achieve in the very beginning, even after that, you want to stay dedicated. And in order to do that, you've got to be having fun one way or another, okay? I say this all the time, especially to my clients, regarding this mentality. I want you to achieve your goal. Of course, I want everyone to achieve their goal. More so, I want you to surpass your goal. Because once you achieve your goal, that's when you realize that the journey doesn't necessarily end here. It keeps going. It's fitness. Okay? It's like making your bed. It's like brushing your teeth. You do that every single day. You haven't been counting the number of days that you've been making your bed. You just do it every morning. And I want you to get to a point where you feel the same about your fitness journey. And if you're having fun with your routine, it's going to make it that much easier to stick to it for the rest of your life. I want to be training when I'm 40 years old, 50 years old, 60 years old. I want to be training when I'm 70 or 80 years old. I want to be training until the day I die. Of course, my training is going to change over the years. Of course, my training will change, but I will be active. I will be exercising. I will be living this same healthy, aesthetic lifestyle until the day I die. That's my mentality. I'm not just trying to get a bigger chest or get bigger arms or get bigger legs. That's part of the process, but I see that more so as a bonus now, sort of like a cherry on top of this lifestyle that I've dedicated myself to. Next tip, and I really want you to understand this completely. Watch this as many times as it takes for it to get through to you. Don't rush the process. Don't rush the process. I'll say it one more time. Don't rush the process. Look, I get it. You just started going to the gym. You've got this fire burning underneath you. You need to lose those 20 pounds. You want to gain those 20 pounds. Whatever the case is, don't rush the process, because the simplest way to put it is this. Easy come, easy go. And what I'm talking about here is trying to shortcut the journey, trying to cut corners here or there or wherever. Trying to cut corners will not get you the results that you want as much as it seems like it might. Don't rush the process. Don't get discouraged when you don't see results overnight, because it doesn't work like that. And going back to one of the previous points that I made, this journey is for life. So what's the rush of achieving your goal right now if this is something that you've committed yourself to and dedicated yourself to for so long already? You've made this commitment to be fit, to be healthy, to live this lifestyle. Why would you rush this one part of the journey? This is just part of the journey. Don't rush the process. Take your time, enjoy yourself, have fun with it. Everything you want and more will be yours if you stay true and trust your journey. Again, don't rush the process. I've got some notes here, by the way. I'm not sure if you can see, but this is just a brain dump I did last night when I was thinking about what I want to talk about in this video. I wrote down close to 15 tips. I don't know if I'll get to all of them so far. I think we've gone through 5, but I'm chilling, so I'm just going to keep going. Hopefully you're enjoying this. Hopefully you're learning something. And if you enjoy, subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. I appreciate it. I don't always ask or mention this type of thing, but it really does mean a lot when you support the channel. So thank you even just for watching this right now. I appreciate you. Next thing I want to say is something that you might already be familiar with, but I would like to emphasize again for somebody who's just getting started in the gym, somebody who might not have this experience, and that is the importance of diet. Okay, gym is crucial, but diet is the X factor. You can be hitting the gym hard every single day, building muscle. You're going to build muscle, you're going to get stronger, but you will never see the results that you want to see if your diet is not on point. You can be in the gym, you can be going hard, you can be building muscle, you can be sweating. The moment you get your diet in check is the moment you start to see the results that you want, period. Again, I've got a lot of stuff written down here that I can go over. I'm not sure if I'll go through all of it, but this next point is definitely something I want to include here, especially in this day and age. I think I was touching on this earlier while I was walking, but what I want to say now is don't overcomplicate things. Again, I think I said this before, but fitness is simple. It seems complicated because of all the information that's available now on the internet, especially on social media. Everybody has their own opinion. Everybody has their own strategy. Everybody has their own program and their own experience. And it can easily be overwhelming if you try to keep up with all of that. And the truth is, you don't need to. You want to always be learning. You want to constantly be learning and constantly trying to expand your own knowledge and your own experience. But when it comes down to it, fitness is simple. Move more, eat less. Okay, if you're trying to lose weight. Move more, eat more. If you're trying to put on weight. You know, it's so simple. Drink water. Get good sleep. Eat right, whatever that means for you, and that of course depends on your goal. Train hard. That's pretty universal across the board. It doesn't mean you have to be lifting, but just train hard. Train hard, eat right, drink water, sleep well, and there's really not much more to say than that in regards to this point right here. You know, you can run around in circles all you want, trying this or trying that, but my advice would just be to stick to the basics. Stick to the basics and just keep it simple. That's going to help you have fun with it, which is something we talked about earlier. You want to have fun with your training. You won't be having fun if you're constantly stressed out about whether or not you're doing the right things. Educate yourself. expand your knowledge. I'm not saying don't do that, but at the end of the day, keep it simple. You will be much happier in the long run that way. That is a great segue to my next point, which is supplements. Let's talk about supplements for just 1 second, okay? Supplements are fun. Supplements can be helpful. The way I see it, most supplements are mostly just a placebo, as in it's just in your head. Going back to something I mentioned earlier, when it comes to getting in the zone, a lot of people love their pre-workout. Your pre-workout gets you in the zone. And look, if that's the case, I have nothing against that. But I will say that most supplements are just placebo. And again, if it works, it works. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying stop. But if you're tight on cash, if you don't have the budget for supplements, if you don't have the budget for supplements, don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need them. And that goes for any supplement across the board. What supplements have I taken? I used to take creatine. I stopped taking it for years. One of my friends gifted me a tub, and so now I've been taking it for the last week or two, about 2 weeks. But prior to that, I wasn't taking creatine for years. Every once in a while, I'll have a pre-workout. You've seen that ritual go down in a few of my videos, the pre-workout ritual. Every once in a while, I'll have a pre-workout, and then if I'm unable to get enough protein from real food, then I'll have a protein shake. That's it. I've tried amino acids. Sure, maybe it does something, but none of these supplements really do anything that you can't do on your own. And I think that's actually a great way to put it. No supplement can do anything for you that you can't already do on your own. And of course, we're talking about natural supplements here. So don't fall into the trap of thinking that you need any of these supplements. It's not even 1% of your progress. If you really want me to be honest, it's not even 1% of your progress that it's going to provide for you or help you with. You want to get your training on point. You want to get your diet on point. You want to get your sleep on point. You want to get your hydration on point. Once you have all of those things on point, then maybe look to get a 1% advantage from creatine, for example. If your diet's not on point, then have a protein powder. But to me, protein powder is just essentially the same thing as food, except not as good. I don't know if I would even consider that a supplement, I guess. A protein supplement. But there are plenty of other factors that will make a much greater difference in your progress that you could focus on instead of supplements. You think that that's going to make the difference for you. In reality, it's the actual work that's going to make the difference. So a lot of people turn to supplements as a way of avoiding the fact that you actually have to do this real work, and the supplements can't do that work for you. You have to show up at the gym. You have to stick to your diet, your deficit or your surplus. You have to sleep well. You have to recover, let your body heal. That's the real work, okay, that supplements can't do for you. And again, I feel like a lot of people turn to supplements as a way of just avoiding the cold hard truth, which is real work is what gets you those results that you want. This feels like a good time to take a break. I'm about to go prepare my first meal, get ready for the gym, and head out of here soon. Right now it's about to be 11 a.m. I want to get to the gym before noon, ideally, so I'll see you in a second.